There are 5 qualities for the yogi. So yesterday we finished the first factor, which is Saddha or confidence. So today we are going to elaborate the rest 4 one by one. So before we go to the rest 4 qualities, let me explain a little more about the confidence. Yesterday, according to the time, I just stopped just left the rest part of my talk. So the confidence is needed for the yogi. So here confidence is not mean the blind faith. In Buddhism, confidence is always accompanied by wisdom, because the confidence and wisdom must be balanced together. So if they are alone, it may be out of control, or it may exceed the other. So whenever we say confidence, this confidence comes through the wisdom. So this confidence is not blind faith. The confidence in Buddhism is like access. So it is like access or like a gate. If we do something good, or if we do any kinds of meritorious deeds, Saddha is the gate. If the gate is not open, we cannot enter. If there is no access to do something, and we cannot enter, we cannot go there. So, to do any kind of meritorious deed, any merit, Saddha is always lead us to do that, to finish that, to perform energetically, perfectly. So, Saddha is a very, very important factor, because it motivates us to do meritorious deeds only. If we have more Saddha, we do more merits. If we have less Saddha, we do less merits. If we have more Saddha, we try to avoid more unwholesome deeds. If we have less Saddha, we do more unwholesome deeds. So, to avoid unwholesome deeds, to accumulate wholesome deeds, Saddha helps us a lot. If Saddha is not accompanied by wisdom, then this kind of Saddha may lead us to believe the wrong religion, the wrong teaching. That is why our Saddha must be always accompanied by wisdom. So wisdom helps us to differentiate between the right teachings and the wrong teaching. So Saddha helps us to belief and the wisdom or panya help us to choose the right teaching. So they must go together. So our saddha must be accompanied by wisdom, so that we can differentiate between the right teachings and the wrong teaching. So here I will explain a little more, two more kinds of saddha. The first one is Osadha saddha in Pali. Osadha saddha. So when you see something beautiful, let's say here the Buddha statue, so beautiful. So if someone, they come into the Dhamma hall, and as soon as they see the Buddha statue, they may like it, and they may have a lot of the saddha, because the Buddha statue itself is very beautiful, also the very serene, very calmness with the like a entering the jhana. So when we see the Buddha statue, we feel that a kind of peace in our heart. And then we have a reverence in our mind, and then we may fold our hands, and we may bow down. But if this person doesn't know any qualities of the Buddha, then this saddha is very basic saddha. The lowest saddha, that is called Osadha saddha, or the translation may be when we see something and then we have this kind of a saddha. Sometimes we call this kind of a saddha is a children's saddha. Children are not mature yet. So if they see something beautiful and they are pleased, they liked, or let's say the monks, the going for the Panapada in the morning and process, and if they see the monks, in their mind, they may be pleased. And they may have a lot of saddha in their heart, their mind, but they don't know any qualities of the monks, any qualities of the Sangha. So this kind of a saddha is called Osadha saddha, mostly, and the like a children's saddha. The next one is Okappana saddha. Okappana saddha in Pali. This kind of a saddha or confidence is the higher than the first one. If we have this kind of a saddha, we know much about the Buddha's quality, the 9 attributes, or the qualities of Dhamma, the qualities of Sangha. So, whenever we pay our respect to the Buddha, and we try to appear the one of these qualities, for example, Arahant, or Sammasambuddho, or Vijja Charana Sambano. So we try to appear one of these qualities in our mind before we bow down to the Buddha statue. And with this respect, with this kind of a saddha, and we bow down Buddha statue. That means that whenever we pay our respect, we are not paying to the material. Here, the statue is made of the marble stone. So this is material. When we pay our respect to the Buddha statue, we don't pay our respect to that material, but Buddha's quality. Trying to recollect Buddha's virtue, and then we pay our respect. Trying to one of the virtues of the Dhamma, we may make a chanting, or we may practice a meditation. Trying to recollect one of the 9 qualities of the Sangha, and you may pay your respect to the Sangha or to the Sialis. So knowing the quality and you pay your respect, then this kind of saddha or confidence is called Okappana saddha, or saddha with understanding of the virtues. So I do hope your saddha should be the second one, because of this saddha you came here to practice a meditation. Also to keep the Uposatha Sila. So your saddha motivates you to do the higher meritorious deeds. Otherwise you won't be here. So you can check yourself. Without the saddha, you may not come here. You will do something, but because of this kind of saddha, and you use your time wisely for your life, for your next life, and you came here to practice meditation. So to do that, this saddha motivates you, this saddha pushes you to do that. So that is why saddha always help us to do meritorious deeds. So as you are now practicing meditation, listening the Dhamma talks, your saddha is regarded the second one, Okappana saddha. Let's go to next quality. That is good health. As you know, whatever we do, our body must be fit. Our health must be good enough to do that. So health is always important in our life. We must be very careful, and we have to take care of our body all the time so that our life can continue. So before you come here, and then you have to check your health. Your health is good enough, or you have to be prepared. If you need to take medication, then you have to bring your medication with you. That means you take care of your health. Whenever I lead the meditation retreat, I almost always find someone who has to return home because of their health. Sometimes, they may have a problem with the climate or weather. Sometimes they may have a problem with the food. So, and they cannot continue their meditation they have become, the worse and worse. So finally, they return home. So when you practice meditation, you come to the center, so the place is already changed. Also, your time schedule also changed. You may not get up in the morning 3 a.m. or 3:30, but here you have to get up at least 3:30, and then you may not sit such long time, but you have to sit here, 1 hour sitting. So your time schedule also changed. So your head may change because this time changing, and the changing may affect your health. So you have to be careful, and that is why the meditation schedule is the sitting time 1 hour, and another time is walking time, so that you can be relaxed to your body, so that you can maintain your head good. So head is very important for the meditator. If your head is not good enough, you cannot continue your meditation. So good health is second quality for the yogi. Whenever I travel somewhere, I almost always bring 2 medication. One is like painkiller. If I get it too tired, I may have the pain in my body, so I take the painkiller. The next medication is Osadha. Whenever I travel, I used to have a problem with the constipation. That is why I used to bring the Osadha. But this time, I don't have a problem with the constipation. But the next day when I arrived at the forest center, I had a diarrhea for 2 days. So I don't need to take the Osadha medication this time. Luckily, after 2 days, it has stopped. The next quality is honesty. The honesty is very important for a yogi. As you know, whenever you have an interview, and you have to report what you have seen or what you have felt, so only when you have seen, you have experience, should be reported to the meditation teacher. And you don't need to copy from the other yogi. And that means if you copy something from other yogi, that means you are cheating yogi. So you have to be honest. If you don't understand, just say, I don't understand Sayadaw. If you don't see, just say, I don't see Sayadaw. If you see something strange, you just say, as you see, as you have seen while you are practicing. So honesty is very important for the yogis. Otherwise, the yogi may not make progress. So if only when you are honest to your teacher, can the teacher they help you? Can the teacher know how to correct your meditation? So the honesty is very important factor for the yogi. That is the third quality for the yogi. The next quality is the effort, making effort. So effort is needed in everywhere. In the human world, everything is done with our human effort. Nothing is created by someone. So everything is done by human effort. So if you want to make a progress, we have to make our effort to finish our job, to reach our goal. So and in the religious side, to attain any level, to gain any knowledge, we have to make effort. No attainment can be reached without making effort. So effort is important. That is the fourth quality for the yogi. Effort is needed even for those who have fulfilled the parami in the previous lives, in the past, I mean. All of you know the Buddha's cousin, Ananda. Ananda was Buddha's cousin. He was very bright. He was Buddha's attendant also. After Buddha passed away, he was chosen to be the answerer for the first Buddhist council. Though the two had the first Buddhist council, the 499 the monks were arahants except Ananda. Ananda at that time was only Sotapanna. But without Ananda, it was impossible to head the first Buddhist council because Ananda knew everything the Buddha taught. So he must be included. He must be chosen as a member of the first Buddhist council. So finally, he was chosen as an answerer, even though he was just Sotapanna. So he was the other monks, the fellow monks, encouraged him not to forget. So Ananda knew that what they mean. Not to forget means you are just Sotapanna, you have not become Arahant. So except you, all the monks who are here are Arahants. So you must be Arahant. That is the meaning. So he had only 2 months to practice meditation. So until the 8th day of the Buddhist council, he was still Sotapanna. So he had only one night to practice a meditation. Tomorrow, the first Buddhist council will start. So he had only one night to practice meditation. So he practiced meditation intensively at most. So until midnight, he practiced meditation, sitting meditation. And after midnight, in order to get rid of the sleepiness, he practiced the walking meditation. So, before that day, he practiced meditation seriously. So, tonight is the last night for him to practice meditation, to be Arahant. So after he made a lot of effort, he felt a kind of the disappointment. I practice meditation intensively, but I cannot attain arahantship. But Buddha told me before he passed away, Ananda, you have already fulfilled the necessary paramis in the previous lives. The only thing you have to do is to practice meditation seriously. If you practice meditation seriously, you will reach the final destination. That is what the Buddha said. He remembered that. Buddha told me, I have already fulfilled all the necessary parami. What I need is to make effort, to practice meditation with a great effort. That is what I need. I did. I practice meditation seriously. Why I cannot attain arahantship? So he had this kind of a thought in his mind. And then stopped again, and then continue his walking meditation until almost dawn. So another thought come to him. Oh, maybe the effort I made is too much. So the effort must be balanced with the concentration. You may imagine, he was at that time maybe so excited, so worried. If he cannot attain the arahantship tomorrow, he is the only person as a Sotapanna. All other sanghas are arahant. So he may have this kind of worriness. So in order to balance the effort with the concentration, and he decided to take a rest for a while and practice meditation lying down on the couch. So he continued, and the noting, the walking meditation. From the walking space to his kuti. Kuti means a small room. So when he entered his room and then sat on a couch, so every action, everything is done with mindfulness. So when he lying down, slowly lying down, so he just focused on the whole body from the head to toe. So his body was about to touch the pillow, but exactly not touching. Maybe the 10 inches away from the pillow. So his body was not exactly lying down or not sitting. So like leaning about 45 degrees. So his foot already off from the floor. So noting this lying down position, he became arahant. So he became arahant out of the four position. We have a four position, right? Sitting, standing, lying, and walking, right? 4 positions. But Ananda became free from these 4 positions. He is not exactly sitting because his body already laying to this much, about 45 degrees. And then his head not to touch yet the pillow, so not lying down. So he was the only person free from the 4 positions when he became Arahant. So what I want to say here is, Ananda had already fulfilled the parami, but he still needed the effort to practice meditation. That is why effort is important even for those who have fulfilled the parami in the previous lives. The last quality is the wisdom. This is not ordinary the wisdom. This is the knowledge that can penetrate into the nature of mind and matter. So, seeing the arising and disappearing of mind and matter. So, this knowledge always comes from Vipassana, the meditation practice. So you cannot, you may not have this knowledge now, but you are now marching to reach this knowledge. So to gain this penetrative knowledge, you need to have concentration. So to get concentration, and you have to be mindful of everything that is the prominent at the present moment. So to be mindful, and you are given to be mindful of the object, the rising and falling of the abdomen as a primary object, and all other the secondary objects also must be noted. So you have 2 kinds of objects. The primary object, which is rising and falling movement of the abdomen, and the other objects are like a painful sensation, wandering mind, thinking, boring, happy, peace, whatever you feel, you have to note these objects. So when you are mindful of the objects which are prominent at the present moment, then this will help you to keep your mind on the same and single object. That means you will have less wandering. You will have the less distraction. Most of the time, your mind will stick to the meditation object, maybe primary object, maybe one of the secondary object. So your mind doesn't go out of your body. You are able to note all the objects. So making the great effort, you trying to be mindful of all the objects. That is why your mind becomes stronger. I mean, your concentration becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. When your concentration becomes stronger, then you have less distraction. So when you have a less distraction, you can see the meditation object clearly at that time. So clearer and clearer. And so all the object is coming to you, you can see maybe object 1, object 2, object 3, object 4. So whenever they come to you, you already know it. And then you notice that they come to me, different kinds of object. A lot of thinking, a lot of feelings, and the feeling in different area in my body, So you can note all the objects. After you have noted these objects, you come to notice that they come to me and they disappear. They come to me, they disappear. So all the objects they disappear immediately after the arises. So though you come to understand that, everything is changing. Everything that has a beginning has end. So you come to understand that the rising and disappearing. Nothing is permanent. Everything is changing. So all the mental and physical phenomena are changing. They never last even for a blinking of an eye. Very, very short time, very, very short moment. Within this short moment, they are changing. So you come to understand, so this kind of understanding is needed here. Not ordinary understanding, not ordinary wisdom. So this understanding comes from your practice. So through your practice, this wisdom or knowledge will come to you, but the only thing is you must be mindful of the object all the time. Then you will get concentration. When you get concentration, you will see the object clearly. When you see the object clearly, you will see the beginning and the end. When you see the beginning and the end, you may conclude yourself, everything is changing. All the objects, disappear immediately after appearing. So that is what you understand. So this kind of knowledge is needed for the yogi, but right now you may not have yet, but very soon it will come to you if you practice with the great effort. So let's recap. There are 5 qualities for the yogi. The first one is Saddha or confidence. The second one is good health. The third one is honesty. The fourth one is great effort. The fifth one is wisdom. So the Buddha actually gave these instructions, not instructions, but gave this Dhamma talk to the prince body. But this prince body didn't practice meditation. But Buddha preached these instructions for the benefit of those who wish to practice meditation. So, if we are endowed with these 5 qualities, we are sure to reach our destination. So by fulfilling these 5 qualities, may you all reach your final destination. Thank you.